Ladies and gentlemen, from the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace and Justice, Deacon Gerald Celente.
Hello, everybody. This is Deacon Gerald Celente, the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice. Three elements of life that enrich the heart, the soul, and the spirit that have been stolen from us, and it's just getting worse. Today, I want to talk about the Israel war that keeps ramping up and the United States' involvement in it. Last week, 3 American troops were killed on the Jordanian-Syrian border. Right away, the Americans blamed Iran for doing it. Iran denied it. And then President Biden said, he was asked a question by reporters, Mr. President, do you hold Iran responsible for the death of those 3 Americans? Biden. I do hold them responsible because they are supplying weapons to the people that did it. Okay. So Iran is allegedly, which Iran denies, by the way, supplied weapons for the people that killed the 3 American troops. So, this is the question. What Biden is saying is that if you supply the weapons that the people use to kill somebody, you are an accessory to the crime. So what Biden is saying is that America is an accessory to the genocide in Gaza because America is supplying the weapons to slaughter the Palestinians. Now nearly 30,000 of them have been killed, much more because many are buried under rubble. So, using Biden's language, America is responsible. So Hamas then has the right to attack America. Oh, and by the way, next week, another $17 billion of the taxpayers' money of America is going over to Israel. They're going to try to send it. The House Democratic leader announced this. A little boy of nothing, this Mike Johnson, who calls himself an evangelical Christian. I don't know what Christ you believe in, but the Prince of Peace would not want you to send more weapons to slaughter innocent people, bomb their houses, and their land into ruin. So then America then is an accessory to the crime, but the media doesn't say this. And you take, according to President Biden, NATO should be attacked by Russia and the U.S. Why? Well, Russia, because NATO and the United States are sending weapons to Ukraine. And Ukraine is using the weapons to kill Russians. So, if Russians attacked America and NATO countries, under Biden logic, it would be perfectly fine. No, you're not allowed to say that. It only goes one way. This is disgusting what's happening. I am very angry. And I'm angry that there are not all the religions out there protesting this genocide, the slaughter of people in front of our eyes. And the Prince of Peace became angry and violent when he drove the money changers out of the temple, made his own whip, because they were destroying the lives of the people in a very different way, not as even murderous as this. So, U.S. believes drone that killed soldiers is an Iranian made. And then we had that guy, Lloyd Austin, a man with a very clear track record of murder, former general in Iraq, that had killed over 1,000,000 people, destroyed the country, bombed it into ruins based on lies that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al Qaeda. That Lloyd Austin, then he went to Afghanistan, which did nothing to America. Oh, yeah, but they were going to get Osama bin Laden dead or alive. Then he went over there and slaughtered people. Now, his former job was on the board of directors of Raytheon, the second largest defense contractor in America. And now he is the defense secretary of the United States, said, how much Iran knew or didn't know? We don't know, but it really doesn't matter. In other words, it really doesn't matter what we know or don't know, because Iran sponsors these groups. Well, wait a minute. America sponsors the IDF that's slaughtering Palestinians. America supports Ukraine. That's in a war with Russia. Oh, but that's different, Celente. It funds these groups. Oh, yeah, like America funds these groups. Oh, but Iran can't, right? Not, of course, because it's the hypocrisy of murderers that speak like this. It funds these groups, and in some cases, it trains these groups, as America trains the Ukrainians and the IDF. Oh, but that's okay. But Iran can't do it. You only have to believe what America says. Even though they lie us into war after war. I grew up during the Vietnam War. Another person, McNamara, another top guy out there, Secretary of Defense, I believe that was his title, lied us into the Vietnam War. They knew it was a lie. But America can lie itself into any war they want, kill anybody that they want. But when other people, as we'd say in the Bronx, payback's a bitch, respond, they deserve to get killed. So what happens? U.S. strikes back at Iranian forces in Syria and Iraq. Our response began today, said President Biden in a statement Friday afternoon. It will continue at times and places of our choosing. We will kill whoever we want, wherever we want, whenever we want. I am the president. All you people don't count. I'm in charge. Hey, what are you doing over there in Syria? You have no right being there. Oh, we're getting ISIS. You invaded another country. So if Syria came here because there were people that wanted to get rid of that government, then they could come over in the United States. You have no right being in Iraq. You kill millions of people, cost the taxpayers of slave land here trillions of dollars with these wars. You have no right being there. And that guy, Austin, the general murderer, speaking about Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Thursday that the U.S. can repeat its strikes, you ready? As long as threats warrant. What are the threats? Them wanting you to get out of their country? Oh, and the people that fight against the Americans in their country, they're called militants by the media. Militants. So somebody breaks into your house or your farmland or whatever and take control of you, and you live under them, and you try to fight back against them, you're a militant. And then Austin goes on to say, they have a lot of capabilities. I have a lot more. Austin said. I? Who are you? I am in charge. I am Lloyd Austin. I was a general. Didn't you see all my little stars and stripes? All my little medals like I'm still in the Boy Scouts? All you are privates. All the people are privates. I'm the general, and the general will tell the privates what to do. You obey our orders. I'm the president. I will attack. I will do. America, the land of the free? What are you kidding? It's fascism. It's the merger of state and corporate powers, according to Mussolini's definition. It is the military-industrial complex that has robbed the nation of the genius of the scientists, the sweat of the laborers, and the future of the children, said five-star general, Supreme Commander of the Allied Forces, and two-term President Dwight D. Eisenhower. This is the arrogance of the murderers in charge. U.S. hits Iran allies in Syria and Iraq. Yep. The U.S. began a series of airstrikes on Iran's parliamentary forces and militias Tehran supports. Again, Tehran supports them so the United States could attack them. But if the United States supports the Genocide IDF and supports the Ukrainians, nobody could attack them. It's only a one-sided lie. Yep. Hitting more than 85 targets. More than 125 precision munitions were used in the U.S. attack. Isn't that a nice word? Precision munitions. Iranian advisor dies in airstrike in Syria. This is according to Financial Times. It's okay to kill all the Iranians and anybody else you want, but 3 Americans were killed. Oh, how many Palestinians were killed yesterday? Well, according to the United Nations, around 215 are being killed every day. But 3 Americans were killed. What Americans? Soldiers that shouldn't even be there. And it's not enough. This is from the Daily Mail. Republicans say Biden's airstrikes in Iraq and Syria are not enough and demand oil sanctions on Iran. And Rich Goldberg, who served as director for countering Iranian weapons of mass destruction on Trump's National Security Council, said the U.S. should have hit Iranian commanders. Yep. Isn't that nice? House Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael McCall, Republican of Texas, called the strikes long overdue and allowed our enemies to prepare. Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa, a former combat veteran, said Iran needs to know the price for American lives. They didn't kill Americans. Oh, but they supplied the weapons. Well, America's supplying the weapons to Israel to kill Iranians, to kill Palestinians. That's okay. Americans supplying the weapons to Ukraine. Again, I'm an American. My blood is Italian. My heart's American. I believe in the founding fathers, no foreign entanglements. This stuff has been going on for centuries. Again, in your Trends Journal, we wrote about Crusades 2000. That's all this is another crusade. This is a religious war. Not in my language, the language of everybody out there in the top. Lindsey Graham. Yeah, one after another. Oh, the guy plays the Prime Minister of Israel, Isaac Herzog, said God gave him this land. No, the United Nations gave you this land. And what if I don't believe in your God? I'm the deacon of the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice. I don't believe in your God. Why, how dare you not believe in my God? Hey, don't talk to me like that, Herzog. You got the wrong guy. It's stolen land. The Balfour Declaration, 1917. His Majesty's government declares that the Jewish people can settle in Palestine and will use its best endeavors to achieve this objective. His Majesty's government, a murderer from the blood never sets on the British Empire? Who is he to say what should happen in Palestine? World War III has begun, and if we don't have peace, it's going to be the end of life on Earth. It's going to be nuclear annihilation. The wars are ramping up, and they want to do more. Iraq military, U.S. spokesman. U.S. airstrikes constitute a violation of Iraqi sovereignty. Reuters. The Iraqi military spokesman said the U.S. airstrikes constitute a violation of Iraqi sovereignty, pose a threat that could lead Iraq and the region into dire consequences. Okay? Who is America? Has no right to do this. And again, look at this photo from the New York Times. Israel's demolitions are razing Gaza's neighborhoods. Razing is not a nice word to use. How about destroying? Look at this. A resort hotel overlooking the Mediterranean. A multi-story courthouse built in 2018. Dozens of homes obliterated in seconds with the pull of a trigger. The damage caused by Israel's aerial offensive in Gaza has been. Over 70% of Gaza has been leveled, all under the lie that they say we're doing this to get Hamas. And Hamas is using these people as human shields. Because you have to know the real reason why, and it's in your Trends Journal. They want to take over Gaza. They're having meeting after meeting. They want to overtake it and throw out all the Palestinians. And even Netanyahu said from land to sea. And today, Israeli media outlets revealed that members of the settlement directorate formed by far-right Israeli Finance Minister Smotrich are currently calling for a meeting of the Civil Administration Supreme Planning Committee associated with the Israeli Army. The top issue on the agenda is approving the construction of 7,000 new settlement units in West Bank. These are not settlements. They are stolen land in violation of the Geneva Conventions and Article 242 of the United Nations. They're going to keep doing everything they can to steal as much as they can. U.S. and European officials released a letter protesting Israeli policies. This is from Saturday's Wall Street Journal. More than 800 officials in the United States, Britain, and the European Union released a public letter of dissent on Friday against their government's support of Israel in its war in Gaza. Amen and amen. Good for you. We have to stand up for peace. We're going to try to put together a giant peace rally. We have to stop this. There's a thing called the Samson option. Samson, S-A-M-S-O-N, option. It's basically Israel is saying that if we lose, we're going nuclear. These are maniacs in charge. They're evil people. By their deeds you shall know them. As are the American government that's slaughtering people all over the world and bombing. These are mentally deranged, psychotic people. You don't ask a murderer why they're murderers. Murderers in front of your eyes, using proper language to do it. So please donate to the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice. Here's the donation link. And do it everything you can. Speak out, stand up in the name of the God or gods that you believe in. Thank you for tuning in. And please let me know any suggestions that you have on how we could bring peace on earth, goodwill to all. Thank you.